BAREFACE has requested HRH title for Archie and Lilibet when Charles become king, but it's in waiting. Currently, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's son Archie and daughter Lilibet do not have title or HRH styles. However, this could all change in the future when their grandfather Prince Charles becomes king. His parents Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may have the royal titles of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. But for their son Archie, he's plain Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, as he has no royal title. However, this could all change in the future and he could become a prince with a HRH style, and it's down to a rule set down more than 100 years ago. But will only happen when his grandfather Prince Charles becomes king. The tradition stems from Harry's great-great-grandfather, George V, when he issued a letters patent in 1917. A spokesperson for Duchess previously told the Mirror, in 1917, King George V ordered that only the grandchildren of the monarch would be entitled to use the style of prince or princess and HRH. The only exception to this order was that the eldest son of the Prince of Wales would also be entitled to use the style HRH and prince. This means that only Prince George, as a great-grandson of the monarch down the direct line of succession to the throne, was originally entitled to be a prince. He is the eldest son of the Prince of Wales. The Queen stepped in ahead of George's birth to issue a letters patent to ensure all the Cambridge's children would have fitting titles. However, this does not extend to Archie and his younger sister Lilibet, although when Charles is king they will be the grandchildren of the monarch and can be styled HRH and prince or princess. It was originally believed that Harry and Meghan were involved in the discussions about how Archie's would be styled, with suggestions they didn't want him to have a title to allow him to have a more normal life. But in their bombshell interview with Oprah Winfrey, Meghan said this wasn't the case and said they wanted him to have a title for protection reasons. She suggested the decision may have been to do with race, saying there had been conversations about the color of his skin. However, Duchess explained that Meghan and Harry did have the option to give their son a title if they wanted to. It said, in accordance with the 1917 order, Archie could now use his father's title of the Earl of Dumbarton and could be referred to as Lord Dumbarton. However, it was reported last year that Harry and Meghan weren't keen to give Archie this name. A Telegraph source said, they didn't like the idea of Archie being called the Earl of Dumbarton because it began with the word dumb. They were worried about how that might look. Another insider claimed, it wasn't just Meghan who pointed out the potential pitfalls, it also bothered Harry. Princess Margaret would have thought of the Duchess of Sussex as not good enough. Princess Margaret would have approved of Prince Harry's decision to leave his royal duties, but she would never have backed Meghan Markle to be his wife. If Queen Elizabeth II's younger sister was alive today, she would have supported the Duke of Sussex's decision to leave his royal status. That is because she too at some point left her family to be with the man she loved. Perhaps Harry has something of his rebel great-aunt about him because he walked away, BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond told OK! Magazine. She described the royal as so gregarious and willful who nearly gave up her rights of succession to be with Peter Townsend, a divorced man. However, Princess Margaret eventually decided she preferred royal life. Bond said, I wonder if she regretted walking away from the love of her life. The royal commentator also sympathized with Prince Harry's struggle living in the shadow of his brother, Prince William. She said being a spare is the most difficult position. Margaret would have supported Harry because royal life is relentless, even in their roles. She added, if you sacrifice domestic bliss for that it probably seems pointless. She would have had some wise counsel for him. She would have